Hey guys, Estelle back here. I'm bringing you some domination commentary on Havana, and I'm gonna go over my class real quickly. And I think anybody who plays this game on a regular basis has a class kind of like this, the traditional shotgun class. And now the newest thing, at least with this game, is to make it silence. It makes it sound like a damn BB gun to me. But it's fun, you know. There's only a few limited maps where you can really, on a consistent basis, rush with this thing, and Havana is one of them. So when I ever get this map up, along with Firing Range and Summit, I try to go with my shotgun class first, and I usually run it with Flak Jacket. We all know what Flak Jacket does. Havana, though, I think it has to be one of my favorite maps. I really do enjoy it. I love the fact of the no man's land in the middle of the street there by the B-Dom area. That's pretty cool. And there's a couple of ways to really be successful on this map, and I go legitimately pretty well on this, I suppose. But the way that you want to handle this map is you want to make sure that you're always behind cover, or you're indoors. In this case, on this map, be indoors more times than you're out of doors. If you have to be out in the open in that big street down right there, make sure you have a purpose. You're running towards something. You're not just standing out there, you know, doing something. I mean, if you're grabbing B, I mean, that's just what happens. But if you're trying to cross the street, make sure you cross the street in a timely manner and get the hell out of the way there and get yourself underneath some cover. You can be pretty successful with that. And then make sure that you're in the surrounding alleyways and on the outskirts of the map. And that's how you can effectively maneuver around this particular map and do pretty well. I'm playing this game now ever since it came out, and I've just recently started looking at other people's KDs and win-loss records while waiting for a match to start in a lobby. And I've made an astonishing discovery. A lot of people that play this game really, they don't have a 1 KD, which is mind-blowing to me. I was never a very good player on Modern Warfare 1 or 2, but I come here on Black Ops and I can do a complete 180 compared to my other scores and KDs on the other games, and it's just mind-blowing to me that people haven't gotten that. So I thought I would do a video kind of talk about how to be an effective player, how to boost up your KD, how to be a better player generally. Now let's go over something that I learned right at the tail end of Modern Warfare 2 that is, you know, makes sense completely now. Your sensitivity. Back in Modern Warfare 2, I had it pretty high at an 8, and I was losing a lot of gun battles and things like that. And it wasn't until near the end of it, I know it sounds weird, that I realized that I could lower it and be that much better of a player. Now, that's kind of sort of the concept that you want to start with this game, but there is a drawback with that. When I first started this game, I started on my sensitivity on a 3. If you don't know how to get to your sensitivity, when you're in a match, press start, and you go to options, and you can go to your sensitivity. I believe it goes up to 10, but generally people don't go that high, especially in this game. Obviously, back in Modern Warfare 2 days, 10 was the big thing to do because you could do the 360 kills and things like that. In this game, there's no point in doing it anymore. Everybody's done that, and it's no big deal anymore. So generally, to be a better player, to have the game work for you, and auto-aim work effectively for you, people generally play on a 3, maybe even on a 2, depending on what kind of controllers or mod controllers they have. Now, when you get comfortable with that, then you might be able to branch off and do a little bit of other things. Because when you're on that 3 sensitivity, it's kind of hard to be able to turn on somebody. If somebody's shooting at you, and if you have it on a 3, it's a lot harder to turn on somebody and then win that gun battle, because you can do that in this game. If you start getting shot at, you have the time to make a turn on somebody and put rounds down range and possibly kill them. However, on a 3 sensitivity, you may not. It's a lot harder. So then you can generally work it up a little bit. Now I currently play on a 5, and when I first started playing it, it was pretty rough. I couldn't climb up ladders very well. Trying to get in a doorway quickly might have been a little hard. But now I've been on it for about over a week now. It's great. I love it. I might even go higher, maybe. I don't know. I'm pretty comfortable with where I'm at right now on my 5 sensitivity. So look at that. My first tip is lower that sensitivity down to find something that you can effectively get on target somebody quickly and then be able to follow them quickly. That's what you're looking for with your sensitivity. It's how fast you can get yourself on target and how well you can follow them when they're moving with your weapon. And my next thing to say too is obviously teams. You want to roll with teams. Absolutely 100%. Especially now with the Huppet being around, there is no reason why people you have to be playing alone in pub matches. There's just no excuse for it now. Must roll in teams, and you'll instantly see a night and day feel on how you play this game. And also with that, you want to make sure you have a mic and you're effectively talking to people. Have that mic, talk to guys. Hey, guys over here. I'm over here. Is anybody coming? And everybody have a spy plane and that kind of a thing. Always talking on the game. And it's kind of weird because I see a lot of people just that do have a mic and it's on, won't talk. Won't talk at all. Even some of my friends that I play with on a consistent basis, they'll sit there and not say a word unless occasionally they'll say something, which doesn't register with me. I don't know why nobody would not want to talk while playing this game. It just makes you that much better a player and makes you live that much longer. Also, too, knowing the maps. Now, this will come in time. Nowadays, now you should be able to know these maps pretty well because the game has been out so long. But knowing the maps and knowing different routes, knowing where one route you're taking is going to end you up at, that will help considerably. Knowing that you won't have to really think about that when you first get this game. You have to think about the weapon that you're using, the maps you're at, and then constantly looking for somebody. Well, if you start knowing the maps and start playing with these weapons and stuff like that, those two things will become second nature, and then all you have to worry about is finding enemy. Now, this last tip I have is generally comes second nature. This does happen naturally through the game, but I know there's still players out there that constantly are playing doing this. You need to find a weapon that becomes your primary weapon. If it's the AK-74U, God forbid, if it's the Enfield, if it's for me, it's the FAMAS, you need to find the weapon that you are the most comfortable with. I like weapons with low recoil, but I like the fast rapid fireness of it all. I like my FAMAS. I think that is an absolute beast weapon, followed by the AK-74U, which is amazing in close range. Those are primarily my two weapons to use. I used to use some other weapons like the Galil and things like that, but I didn't really like them. The only reason I like the Galil is because they came with a lot of ammo, honestly. So do that. Find your weapon. And this, like I said, generally happens naturally through the course of playing this game. But if you haven't found your weapon yet, find that thing, and you'll be amazed how well your scores improve because you're used to that weapon. You get more use to that weapon, and you learn different tips and tricks to do with that weapon. I hope these little tips, I know they're not a whole lot, but I thought I'd bring it out there, help those guys that do need advice like this, help them out a little bit, help them boost their KD up and get them up to where they should be, honestly. If you guys enjoyed the video, you guys know what to do. Click your likes, leave a comment, we'll talk, and I will catch all you guys in my next video. I'm just going to let this finish out. Take care, guys.